So, I rebuilt my Keychron Q2. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Mech Merlin stream. I know I don't usually stream on Wednesday nights. I was supposed to stream yesterday, but yesterday I ended up watching Thor, Love and Thunder, and I figured, might as well stream today. And if you guys remember, I didn't actually stream on Saturday last week, and I won't be streaming this coming Saturday either, mainly because we have another Seattle keyboard meetup running from 1:30 till 5:30, so pretty much my usual stream time. So I figured I would do a build stream tonight. Let's see, I see a couple people joining in. I see Crosswind, Anonymous, Itharock. Thanks guys for joining in. Itharock also subscribing at tier 1. Thank you so very much. If you guys remember from my initial Q2 review, you'll know that one of my biggest complaints was that the switch from aluminum to a steel plate on the Q2. I felt that it made it stiffer typing and it definitely added to the ping sounds that I was hearing. I ended up getting an aluminum plate. Why aluminum? I found that in terms of gasket mounted boards, aluminum gives me the feel that I like, and in terms of sound it gives me a even mix of a little thok and a little bit of clack. I generally prefer deeper sounding boards, but sometimes too deep gets a little too muddy. Aluminum gives me that happy medium. I had 2 issues with the build. Number 1, I realized that this is one of the first builds in which the gaskets have to be mounted on the plate. Usually I like to put this on the chassis. If my preferences ever change, I won't have to put gaskets on the plate again. Honestly, it's a very tedious process for me and I'd prefer to avoid it. Number 2, I should have changed the stabs completely. Nothing really wrong with the Keychron stabs, they're not the best, but during the rebuild process, I kinda mangled the spacebar stab wire, so as a result, there's this tiny bit of ticking that I can hear. So after the build stream, I did end up rebuilding this simply because the ticking really annoyed me. So yeah, ended up changing it to one of my OwlLab stab wires. Overall, I think the aluminum was a wise choice for me. When I initially reviewed the Q1, one of the reasons why I loved the typing feel was the usage of an aluminum plate. When the Q2 came out, it came out with a steel plate, and I was like, this doesn't feel as good as the Q1. So I've always wondered, would an aluminum plate make the experience better? Okay, yeah, that's exactly where I want it to be. Perfect, okay. That ping that I was hearing has been eliminated. Oh wait, no, there's still a little bit more, but less noticeable now. Okay. Absolutely did. The Q1 came with an aluminum plate. The Q2 was released with a steel plate. I didn't really realize how much of a typing feel difference that would make to me. This is my freshly rebuilt Keychron Q2. The original build had Gateron KS9s topped with Cannoncaps Winter Tundra. For the rebuild, all I really did was swap out the steel plate to an aluminum one. Also redid all of the stabs just because, when I first got the board, all I did was add additional lube. Adding the additional lube did help fix the rattle, but it still wasn't to where I wanted it to be. So now that I actually redid the stabs, I'm noticing that I am a lot happier with the stab sounds. So yeah, the Q2 is now where I want it to be. Pretty much everything I said in the initial review still holds true, but I just like it a whole lot better.